Okay, so we're Friday, March 10th, 2023 at just about 9 o'clock in the morning. I have a sore throat. Kind of had it yesterday too, um, but yeah, I've finally decided not to go to the gym, even though I haven't been to the gym for 2 days because I was working in the internship my last 2 days. But I actually have 2 more days on Monday and Tuesday because I was sick and I have to make them up. And tomorrow I have a massage therapy client, and Sunday I have a personal training client. So, and I have a lot of things I need to catch up on, and I need to rest. So I figured tomorrow and Sunday I'll wake up at 4 like I usually do, and I'll go to the gym that's close by here. And then Monday and Tuesday I won't go to the gym, so there you go. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, yesterday was pretty wild. If you saw my last two videos, but it ended off with there's this one guy who's been working as an orderly for 4 years at that place. Um, Most of the other women have been working there for like 10 years, 15 years, 23 years. And the person I was working with yesterday has been working for 32 years, which I kind of got along with until I heard her until the bitching comes out when they're in groups and I'm there so it's like okay, everyone's the same. But there's one guy who I don't know, it was weird. He started talking to me from the beginning. He was doing night shift and I came in and he was asking me a whole lot of questions and I felt that weird. But he was working on my shift on my floor yesterday because he was doing extra um, what do you call it, extra time, overtime. There you go. And then he was gonna do yesterday night also. So in the meantime, he was gonna go home for a bit and then come back later. And he said, "Oh, I can give you a lift to the metro, to the subway." And I was like, "Okay." And he said, "Yeah, leave because it takes me a while to get ready because I carry my cooler with my food. I carry another bag with my uniform and some food stuff, and then I carry my knapsack, and then I change my uniform. It's a process for me. It takes me, if I rush, it takes me about 10 minutes. So, he gives me a lift, and uh, the negative thing I heard about him was from the person who was my coach previously, or still is my coach, but not yesterday. But and was criticizing the fact that he changed the diaper of someone but left the mattress protector, which was all wet, and like criticizing all stuff like that. And then basically said that she actually mentioned his name, which I didn't know his name initially, and she said, you're just someone who did all the right things to try to get a good job and then just let it go after that. Um, but then from what I see, that could be pretty much all the staff. I mean, I've been criticized for being crap, and then I'm gonna get fired before I even get hired. And the person next to me who was working 32 years, she's forgets a whole lot of things too. So it's like, yeah, that's all bullshit. So anyway, so this guy gives me a lift, and when you say that people have anger issues, I'm thinking, is this guy borderline also? Very impulsive, very angry. He was talking a lot, and he got into it while he was driving. I'm on the right side, a white car comes passing and he doesn't see it, then at the last minute he swerves. I didn't even have time to react because I was already tired. And I'm kind of like, whatever. You can tell I have suicidal ideation. I just don't care. But yeah, then he went into a whole tirade about everyone, and a lot of things he had right, according to me. I mean, because I figured stuff out that people's personalities, that everyone there is like psychopathic, anger issues, cutters, because a lot of the women there have tattoos that go way past here. It's like, and they're like in their 50s and 60s, and it's like, oh my god, these cutters, man. If you don't understand what I mean by cutting, I mean people borderline, sometimes, and not non borderline tendencies tend to cut to relieve their mental anguish. But people will rely on tattoos because there's pain in that too, so they kind of get addicted to that. So there you go. Um, yeah, so he never got fired, and he stood up to a lot of people. I know you have to stand up to people there, because even the teacher at my school who quit the industry a long time ago, she's just teaching. She's old. She's like 67, but she looks older though. Anyways, um, I guess that's what that industry does to you. Um, she said it was a terrible industry, terrible toxic industry, and I concur. It's very toxic. Um, but with this guy, I'm like, afterwards, I thought, really, he said he was going to go into nursing. Then he had another friend who was going to go also, or the auxiliary nurse, which is kind of like an orderly, but you can give medication. Um, and then something happened, and then spontaneously they both said, "Ah, fuck that." Like, very impulsive. So I don't know. That came to my head afterwards. Maybe he's borderline and he wasn't diagnosed. Doesn't know. Um, yeah. So that's my story. You can see how excited I am talking about it. I'm just sitting here relaxing, going through some of the schoolwork I need to finish off. Probably do a load of laundry. Looked at my taxes that said to the accountant I'd give in. The Excel sheet that I prepared, I have to go over it again. It's just like, I don't know where all the information is. There's a lot of things I didn't finish. And what else do I need to do? Yeah, that would be about it. So just going at it at a slow pace, not stressing myself out. And yeah, watching a lot of videos on stock trading. I felt I understood a little bit more. One guy who's really giving very good like courses online on YouTube, um, long and detailed. And I feel like I'm one bit closer to making the step to try a small trade, um, like a swing trade. So that's a good step forward. Again, don't want to be impulsive, especially in trading. You don't want to be. It's not. You don't want to handle it like gambling, and take it emotionally and stuff like that. You want to have a plan. You want to know what you're doing. So that's why it's taking me a while. Yeah, I'm gonna stop that here.